Hi, I'm Victoria Ballou, and thank you for trusting your intuition and coming here in this moment to hear the message your subconscious has for you. There is something that you need to know that can help you go further on your own personal path, your own individual journey, and it lies underneath one of these three stacks of cards. And so I want you to think about which stack of cards you want. And in the meantime, and while we're doing this, I want you to also know that I invite you to subscribe to my online magazine, Astrologic, which is a monthly magazine devoted to all things metaphysical. Of course, we have an enormous amount of articles each month on astrology and tarot. Also, we have articles on dreams and all sorts of healing, sound healing, energy healing, things that would really interest you if you don't know about them already. So you find my magazine online at astrologicmagazine.com. I hope that gave you time to decide which stack of cards you would like to choose today. What did your intuition tell you to go for? Is your stack underneath Vesta, my warrior priestess, or underneath this amazing shell fossilized millions of years ago? Or perhaps what your message is lies underneath this obelisk made out of this beautiful quartz with the color purple, which resonates with our highest chakra. Amazing energy to that obelisk there. But go with your first impression, whatever you felt like initially. That's the one you need to go with. Don't overthink it. So we're going to begin with the very first stack of cards, which is underneath Vesta. She's also my lead character in my urban fantasy series, The Tarot Legacies. And she has a message for you right now. Let's see what it is. The first card is the overview, which is your energy from a broad standpoint. Let's see what that is. Ah, nice. Queen of Discs, underneath Vesta, no less. All right. So here's what the Queen of Discs represents. Of course, discs is earth and very much present in our physical environment. This can represent your body. This can represent where you live. This can be where you work. So all of this is resonating with something that's happening in a physical way for you right now. And the Queen, she is all about being steady and confident because she has come through some trials and she knows how to handle things because of the trials that she's been through. So, Queen of Discs energy, this is saying that right now you're in a place where you understand at least one thing, if not something in a very broad sense. And you're feeling pretty confident about it, and it relates to your physical environment, your job, your home, your body, something along these lines. And there has been some insight come to you as a result of this. It doesn't mean everything is fine because we have a challenge card here, but let's begin with this Queen of Discs energy, the wisdom that comes from this, right? Congratulations for having that right now. But we are going to take a look at your challenge energy to see what that is. Interesting. Okay. So you have the Nine of Wands, strength. That's what this is called here in the Thoth deck. And strength resonates with, again, just being really sure and applying yourself in the right direction. Now, this as your challenge card is telling us that even though you're resonating with this marvelous energy of having a lot of confidence right now about something, either small or grand, nevertheless, you're not applying the direction of strength to it that you need to. Therefore, you're not getting the results that you would hope to be getting right now. So this is your challenge, and this is saying it's time to move this energy into alignment so you can take this strength that you possess and put it actually to work for you. That's where the third card, your action card, comes into play. It's your course of action. Let's take a look at it. Well, look who's here. It's the Queen of Swords. All right, this means it's time for you to get down to business. the two most powerful queens in this Thoth deck, and here they are for you right now underneath Vesta, right? Who is, if you read my books, then you know she is also incredibly powerful. So I have to tell you that it's time, there's something, even though you have this amazing confidence that you are resonating with just generally, there is some way that you are not applying your strength in a productive, efficient way to accomplish your goal. And that's what the Queen of Swords is telling you to do here. You know, she has, she's removed a mask, right? So this means that she's being authentic with herself. There are no illusions with her or with anyone that she's dealing with. And with the sword pointed down to the ground, she's ready to manifest this. So again, she means business. This, you need to get down to business with her. And looking at all three cards together, Queen of Discs, you know, again, a lot of wisdom here. This is saying you have a lot of wisdom and experience, and you've gained a lot in your life, in your personal life that and business life that's leading you, has brought you to a wonderful place, but you're not applying yourself in the way that it needs to be applied. There's something lacking for you to accomplish whatever this is that you're needing to accomplish. And this is saying you need to do whatever it takes to get this into alignment. Now, of course, swords represents air and mental energy, thinking. And so this is saying apply your intellect, your strategic logic here to sort out what this is that's keeping you, that's hindering you from applying your full direct power onto achieving what your goal is right now. I know you can do it. These are amazing cards. To have the two most powerful queens, the Queen of Swords and Discs, and the Nine of Wands, Strength. This is really saying, yes, you have everything here. You just need to apply it in the right way. So from a dreaming standpoint, symbolically, what would you be dreaming about at this point? To have all of this ability here with you, but not applying it in the right way. You're dreaming about being in a house or a room that you're not familiar with, or the furniture, you are familiar with it, but it's rearranged. Maybe it's a childhood room, something from the house you grew up in, and things are changed around in it so that it's not real. It's taking you off balance a little bit. It could be even scaring you a little bit, right? So that's probably what you're dreaming about, because houses represent aspects of our mind. Rooms reflect certain aspects of our mind. So once you decide what you need to do to accomplish your goal, put some mental energy toward this, thinking it through, that dream will go away and you will have accomplished your goal. I really hope you do, because it's something terrific. I mean, it's something that is going to have some major results for you, because this is some really powerful energy. Okay, let's take a look at the second stack of cards. Let's move our shell over and take a look at your overview card, which is your energy from a broad standpoint right now. You have the Hermit. This says that you are applying some mental energy towards something that is going on in your life. It could also represent a place of isolation that you're feeling right now. Now, this could be self-imposed, or it could be as a result of something that's happened in your life. It's difficult to say at this point, but you know, there are a couple of ways to interpret the Hermit card. It can bring a lot of insight to you, but it can also isolate you in certain ways. So which is it? I'm sure that you know. And it could be something on a very grand scale, or it could be something small that is affecting you in this way. So that's not a bad thing either. But you do have a challenge card. So let's take a look at what the challenge card is. Well, this explains a lot, actually. It's the Seven of Cups, and it's called Debauch here in the Thoth deck. This is talking about sticky energy that's neither moving forward nor backward. It's just meaning that you're stuck. And so this applies to, this helps us understand the application of the Hermit energy right now for you. And that is saying that, yes, you are in a place where you've probably isolated yourself, either literally or virtually. You know, you've pulled back from something that, because of an indecision, your inability to make a choice about something and move forward in a constructive way with it. So you're in this, you're stymied, right? You're stuck in this place where you don't know what to do. Well, that's what the third card, your action card, is all about. We're going to see what your course of action called for is. You have the Devil card coming up. This is really interesting because, again, this devil energy can represent several things. The positive side of this is devil energy can be very creative and have a tremendous sense of humor. It can be lighthearted and spontaneous and a lot of fun. Of course, the caution with the devil energy is that you can take it too far and move into addiction territory here, into shadow energy, which then you have to deal with. So to have this as your course of action called for card, what this is saying is it's time to move out of that hermit energy. You've indulged yourself too long with that. And actually that goes very much with what this Seven of Cups energy is talking about. It's saying you've allowed yourself to be in this stuck place for too long. And what needs to happen at this point is that you need to turn loose of this energy because it's holding you back. Now, intuitively, I get that you thought that this was a good idea at some point because it was going to help you solve a problem. But it's not. It's gone on too long. And again, this Seven of Cups energy will cause you to have depression if you allow it to go forward. Depression, anxiety, frustration, all of those icky, sticky feelings. So, devil energy is saying, get this moving. Take away that shadow energy that has happened as a result of indulging your hermit energy too much. A little bit can go a long way with the hermit energy. It has to be regulated, modulated, so that you don't, it doesn't put you into this rut, right? So that's what you need to do, is pull yourself out. And how would you do that? Again, I'm going to look at this devil card here because it represents frivolity and spontaneity and creativity. That's what you need to lean into at this point. And just don't let it go too far. I mean, again, this energy has to be regulated because it's very powerful. But step outside of whatever it is that this inner track that you're on right now and move into a place where you do something fun for yourself, something spontaneous. And this is going to get this energy moving again for you. This is going to really help you tremendously. I encourage you to do that. From a dreaming standpoint, the fact that you're so stuck and isolated, this really feels like a dark spot that you're in. And it could be that you're literally in a hole in a dream, and that you're not able to come out of it, and you're trying to climb out of it. That is the symbolic energy that I would think you're dealing with at this point. So try your best to move out of this energy, and when you do, the dream will vanish, and you're going to feel a lot better. This is your subconscious telling you it's time to do this. So I encourage you to listen to it and move through this energy. Okay, let's take a look at the third stack of cards. We'll move the obelisk over and take a look at the first card, which is your overview energy. This is your energy from a broad standpoint right now. Let's take a look and see what it is. Well, okay, so it's the Seven of Discs. It's called failure. here in the Thoth deck, and I'm really glad that you came to this episode and chose this deck if you are feeling this energy, because it's unpleasant energy. Failure, this card represents not only the literal meaning of failure, but it can represent a place where you emotionally and mentally feel frustration to the point of feeling like you're going crazy with something. And this could be something small, it could be something large, but this is energy that is really affecting you right now. And let's work through it. Let's see what your challenge energy is, as if your overview card wasn't enough of a challenge. There is challenge energy, but this will take us deeper into understanding what's going on. So let's take a look. Okay, and so it's the adjustment card. In other decks, in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, for example, this is known as justice. What this is talking about is balance. This is all about finding your balance. And this is so important for you right now, because clearly what has happened is you have come out of balance in some major fashion, and it is creating a real problem in your life. So we're going to immediately jump into your third card here, which is your action card, your course of action called for, and see what needs to happen. Well, all right. This is giving us some really good insight here, and I'm really grateful to the tarot for doing this for us, because this is the Four of Wands, completion. Something you need to wrap up. That's exactly what you need to do right now. There's something that needs to complete in your life, which can mean very much turn loose of something. And energetically, I feel like that's what this is talking about. You need to turn loose of something so that this failure energy can leave you and you can come back into the balance that you need to return to. This is very clear. This Seven of Discs energy, the adjustment energy, and then the Four of Wands completion energy. It's time for you to turn loose. Whatever you are hesitating or resisting turning loose of, please go ahead and do that. Because what is on the other side, when you actually complete this, when you close this circle, is you have the beginnings of something brand new that's going to be very refreshing and new for you. An opportunity. There are always opportunities just on the other side of whatever problem you're facing. And when you resist the inevitable of wrapping something up, even though you probably know you need to wrap it up, when you resist it and you don't, it only causes misery. It only causes that frustration and exacerbates your sense of failure. So please listen to what the cards are saying to you and complete this, close this chapter so you may begin a new one. And you do that by finding the balance that exists here, that I know exists for you. Look for it, feel it, think about it, use whatever method that is healthy for you, and find it. From a dreaming standpoint, the fact that your challenge is adjustment, meaning balance, I would think that you are probably on a boat and in very choppy water. Water represents our conscious life experience in dreams, and to be off balance would certainly represent what symbolically you could be dreaming of right now, or you could be dreaming of any other way that you're currently off balance in your dream, and it would be symbolic, right? So think about it. Always try to remember your dreams, because they have so many messages for you each and every night that can really help you grow and help you accomplish your goals. Think about what this reading is saying to you today, and please, I encourage you to bring a closure to whatever it is that is making you feel like failure. It will make a huge difference in your life. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them for me below. I always enjoy hearing from you. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time.